It could be a significant clue that even more trouble is on the horizon, especially as the character has already been involved in questionable activities. Idris Nazir has been getting involved with criminal behavior ever since he arrived on the cobbles a few weeks ago. There appears to be plenty more ahead for Idris, with actor Junade Khan teasing some dodgy scenes in a recent Instagram post, which was shared alongside a new promotional image of the character. He wrote on social media, "Some dodgy dealings coming up in Coronation Street." However, the actor stopped short of revealing any details or dropping specific spoilers, leaving fans wondering what Idris could be planning next. Viewers have been debating whether he is genuinely a villain or simply someone who operates on the wrong side of the law, and the upcoming episodes could finally provide an answer. One fan commented enthusiastically, while another wrote, "So good, great to see things liven up again." A fifth viewer simply added, "Exciting." On the show, Idris is currently attempting to take control of Alya Nazir's stake in the restaurant Speed Daal. Alya, who is Idris's niece, co-owns the business with Leanne Battersby, who is also Idris's romantic interest. Fans are now concerned that Idris could also target Leanne's portion of the restaurant, potentially pushing him towards increasingly desperate actions. Meanwhile, Coronation Street viewers recently became convinced that a cast member had accidentally revealed a huge spoiler online. Some fans even believed the social media post had exposed the outcome of one of the show's biggest ongoing storylines. Lucy Fallon, who portrays Bethany on the soap, shared a sweet photograph of herself with co-star Tina O'Brien, who plays her on-screen mother Sarah, on Instagram earlier this week. Some viewers immediately assumed the picture suggested that Sarah would be released from prison within the next few weeks. However, the image is unlikely to reveal anything about the storyline and does not necessarily indicate what will happen to Sarah. Several fans noted that the prison set was located close to where the actresses were, meaning Sarah could still be behind bars when the photograph was taken. There was also the fact that members of the cast and crew were present on set on Wednesday when the selfie appeared online, enjoying the solar eclipse together. Therefore, the two actresses may not have been filming at all and could simply have been spending time together. 7 Coronation Street spoilers next week. Gemma Winter-Brown discovers a huge family secret and Nina Lucas leaves Weatherfield. 7 Coronation Street spoilers for next week. 1. Nina Lucas prepares to leave Weatherfield. Nina invites Abby, Asha Alahan, and Summer Spellman to the Rovers for one last drink before she leaves Weatherfield. Following an emotional goodbye with Abby at Seb's Memorial Garden, Nina says farewell to her friends and gets ready to travel to Whitby with her uncle Roy Cropper. Could this really be the final time viewers see Nina? 2. Celeste's death exposes a disturbing secret for the Winter family. Tensions rise when Gemma challenges Todd Grimshaw over his treatment of George Shuttleworth. Todd responds with a nasty remark, telling her she should go and see her dying aunt. Gemma manages to track down Celeste, but their uncomfortable encounter takes a devastating turn when Celeste's health suddenly worsens. Todd arrives shortly after Gemma has gone, and following a tense argument with Celeste, walks away angrily. Later, Gemma notices paramedics rushing into her aunt's room at the Chariot Square Hotel. She then tells her mom, Bernie Winter Alahan, the devastating news that Celeste has died. However, her death also leaves the family dealing with an unexpected secret. Meanwhile, George prepares to tell Todd what has happened, despite Todd being late for work. When Mary Taylor suggests that everyone should come together for dinner and support George, reminding him that he has plenty of friends around him, the group agrees. Todd eventually makes his way to the hotel to visit Celeste, completely unaware that she has already passed away. Ryan Connor is then forced to break the heartbreaking news to him. Gemma later speaks privately with Kit Green about Celeste's death and reveals the shocking family discovery she has made. Elsewhere, Dev Alahan finds Bernie crying in the backyard of the Rovers and tries to console her. The devastating news sends shockwaves through the Winter-Brown family. Gemma struggles to hide her emotions, while Bernie makes it clear that she will remain by her side regardless of what happens. But exactly what has the family discovered? Bethany Platt later tells Gemma that she is becoming increasingly concerned about Kit's unpredictable behavior. Realizing that she cannot keep the secret any longer, Gemma finally tells Bethany the astonishing truth they have uncovered. Back at the hotel, a hungover Todd starts going through Celeste's belongings. While sorting through her possessions, he discovers a letter that has been specifically addressed to him. Todd later tells George that Celeste left clear instructions concerning what she wanted after her death. She did not want a traditional funeral, and instead asked her loved ones to celebrate her life with a party in her honor. Todd, Bernie, Kit, Gemma, Chesney Winter Brown, Joseph Brown, Dev, George, Christina Boyd, and Asha later gather inside the hotel bar for an emotional memorial. Todd reads a final message from Celeste, offering everyone one last insight into her feelings and thoughts. 3 Brian Packham and Maggie Driscoll become factory gossip. Kirk Sutherland quickly spreads the latest gossip when he tells Maggie Driscoll and Brian Packham that their passionate encounter has become the main topic of conversation around the factory. 4 Ronnie Bailey and Idris Nazir come to blows. Ronnie Bailey becomes interested in Idris Nazir's car and tells Carl Webster that he is thinking about stealing it for Fiona Morley. Ronnie believes he owes Fiona after the trouble surrounding the missing gun. Later, while at the Rovers, Carl gives Ronnie the keys to Idris's car after secretly taking them from Idris's jacket. Ronnie must now decide whether he is actually prepared to go through with the theft. Idris soon realizes that his car is missing and admits that he cannot remember where he put his key. His suspicions quickly fall on Ronnie. The confrontation soon turns violent, with Idris knocking Ronnie to the ground. Carl tells Ronnie to abandon any thoughts of revenge, arguing that Debbie needs calm and security rather than another major problem. 5 Betsy Swain struggles with loneliness after her stroke. Lauren Bolton visits Betsy, but Betsy becomes annoyed when Lauren spends much of the visit messaging Ollie Driscoll. Feeling increasingly alone, Betsy later admits to her mom, Lisa Connor Swain, that she is struggling with loneliness. With assistance from her physiotherapist, Betsy achieves an important milestone when she manages to stand up for the first time since suffering her stroke. Lauren later suggests that she and Ollie should visit Betsy and bring some of his cake with them. However, when they arrive, Betsy is left unsure how to deal with the unexpected situation. Eventually, Lauren decides that Betsy needs a change of scenery and tells her that they are going out for lunch. Their visit to the bistro quickly turns awkward when Betsy accidentally knocks some cutlery off the table. Lauren immediately steps in to assist, but Debbie unknowingly makes a joke suggesting that Betsy has been drinking, leaving her extremely embarrassed. 6. Debbie Webster's condition appears to be deteriorating. Ronnie agrees to handle the supplier meeting, but as Debbie prepares to go out, he notices that she has forgotten to put on her shoes. Later at the hotel, Ronnie realizes that Debbie is still walking around in her slippers. She looks down at her feet and suggests that they may need to return home. The situation becomes even more concerning when Debbie arrives while Ryan is receiving a manicure from Bethany. Debbie appears to believe she has returned to her former days working in a hair salon. Maria Connor arrives and discovers Debbie enthusiastically giving Bethany an elaborate 1980s-style makeover. Bethany goes along with it, but the mood changes when Debbie picks up a pair of scissors. Maria quickly steps in and takes charge. Debbie looks at the scissors with confusion before suddenly leaving the room. Ronnie later finds Debbie drinking alone in the hotel bar. She dismisses his attempts to help, but her emotions soon spiral into a major meltdown. Kevin Webster and Abby later take Debbie out for lunch, hoping to talk about her upcoming birthday plans. After learning about her latest embarrassing incident involving Betsy, Ronnie suggests that they may need to reconsider Debbie's extravagant party arrangements. Coronation Street airs on weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to stream on ITVX.